Also, if you're just joining us, you should have received 2 sets of handouts from the Bentron group. And feel free to refer to those during tonight's presentation. If you did not receive the handouts, you can email me following our program tonight or tomorrow, and I can make sure to get those sent to you, your email. I'll just wait another minute. Oh, the chat is disabled. Okay, so if the chat's disabled, just post your questions in the Q&A. Thank you for letting me know, John. I'm not quite sure why the chat is disabled, so.
I think somebody
yeah, you know, I think I'm changing it right now. So attendees can chat with, okay, so I think I just enabled the chat. Does someone want to test it out and make sure that we can get messages through the chat? Oh, yay, thank you. Okay, it's working. All right, so we're set with the chat. Wonderful. Okay. I think I'll go ahead and we'll get started. Well, thank you for joining us tonight for understanding social security. Before I turn it over to Jigar, I'm going to give you some brief information about himself. And again, if you have any questions throughout tonight's program, go ahead and type them into either the Q&A or now the chat, since the chat is now working. And Jigar will answer your questions throughout the program tonight. So I will interrupt him when I can to read your question. So tonight we welcome Jigar Doshi. He's been helping investors find clarity and vision for nearly 20 years. Originally trained as a chemical engineer with a degree from the University of Mumbai, India, while studying engineering, he realized that his true passion was in finance. To pursue his dream in finance, he came to Chicago in 2002 to obtain a master's degree in financial markets from the Stewart School of Business at Illinois Institute of Technology. In 2003, JD started as a stockbroker and quickly moved into the world of financial planning. JD considers himself a lifelong learner and obtained his designation as a chartered retirement planning counselor. JD lives in Vernon Hills, has been happily married to his wife, Kosha, for the past 15 years, where they are raising their 2 precocious sons, Siddhant and Soham. Jigar is an active member of the Vernon Hills Indian Association and gives back to the community he so proudly serves. So welcome, Jigar. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Valerie, for the wonderful introduction. Good evening, everybody. And thank you for taking the time out to join for today's presentation. As Valerie already mentioned, I'm from India, and in my culture, they say that first you become an engineer or a doctor, and then you decide what you want to do with your life. So I'm a recovering chemical engineer from India. While studying engineering, I realized my true passion was in finance. And to pursue my dream further, I came to United States in 2002, did my master's in financial markets from Stewart School of Business, IIT. And since then, I have been, working in the financial service industry. I started out as a stockbroker and gradually transitioned as a full-time financial planner in 2008. I consider myself fortunate to be in a profession where a little knowledge and dose of common sense goes a long way. We do different seminars in libraries, community events. We have 5 different seminars. and one of them is understanding Social Security. A lot of people think of Social Security as a very simple thing. You turn 65, you sign a form, you sit back and cash the checks. The truth is, the manner and timing in which you will claim your Social Security will be one of the most important decisions that you will make in your retirement. And the timing and manner in which you will take those benefits will impact the level of income you will receive for the rest of your life and possibly your spouses. As we move along, if there are any questions, please put it in the chat or Q&A. I like to answer questions as we go through the presentation. I always say that I'm married for 15 years. I have 2 boys, so answering questions has become like my second nature. If there are no questions as of now, let's get started. All right, stuck. Slides one more. Okay. Let's try one more time. Okay. Yes. So the disclosure, everything that you hear in today's presentation is strictly educational. Before making any changes to your financial life or plan, consult your financial advisor or tax planner. If anyone is wondering how I would look with more hair, that's the picture for you. Who we are. The company Bentron Financial, we provide comprehensive wealth management services to people at or near retirement. We are the fiduciary of our clients. What that means is legally we are responsible to put our clients' interest in front of ours, and we are called the fiduciary. What we do, we are one-stop shop for all the financial needs of a family. We manage assets, we have retirement planning, we set up estate, we settle estates, life insurance, annuities, 529 plans, the whole 9 yards. I live in Vernon Hills and my office is in Downers Grove, which is like around 30-35 minutes from Lake Zurich. So we are going to cover Social Security from top to bottom. According to a recent survey done by Mass Mutual, 1,500 people were asked 13 questions related to Social Security. 65% of them failed the exam and only 1% got a perfect score. So we are going to see how Social Security started, how it looks now, your individual benefits, your spousal benefits, how working in retirement looks like and how it impacts your Social Security benefits and your taxes. Okay. So Social Security is one of the largest programs run by the government. It was implemented as a measure to provide social insurance for the retirees during the Great Depression of 1930. It was signed into law in 1935 by President Roosevelt, and the first monthly recurring paychecks went out in 1940. The life expectancy in 1940 was around 63. The first ever person to receive monthly benefits was Ida May Pullen. That's her holding the check for $22.54. That was the first payment that she received. She was age 65 when she received the payment. Any guess on how long she lived after that? Just put it in the chat box. I just want to, I want to have an interactive presentation. So any number that comes to your mind, how long did she live after that? 6 months, 85, 15 years, 90, 82. She lived 1 year. She lived a little over 100 years. The actuaries were wrong. The life expectancy was 63, she was 65, and she lived a little over 100 years, which means the actuaries were wrong in terms of the life expectancy. With the first person who received the check, she put in approximately $23.75 into the Social Security program. She got back close to $23,000 in Social Security payments. That's the kind of rate of return I want on my investments. A lot of things have changed. Okay, again, my screen is stuck and I don't know why. I'm sorry for that. And I don't know if it's Zoom that is doing it. Okay. So a lot of things have changed between then and now, but one of the things that has not changed is are the scams. Okay. There was this wallet company in 1935, and they decided to promote that wallet. We all have that, that plastic shield on our wallets. So this wallet company decided to promote that wallet by showing the people that how the Social Security card would fit in that wallet. The vice president of the company thought that it would be a very clever idea to use someone's actual Social Security number. So they decided to use his secretary's actual Social Security number, which is displayed on the screen, 078051120. This card was put in the wallet and was distributed all over United States. More than 40,000 people filed for benefits using this Social Security number. What has changed now? The way the scam works. Now, a lot of people, we get phone calls from imposters, from representing from Social Security Department, or sometimes calling from Amazon, USPS. All they're trying to do is they're trying to steal our information. So one thing, you or anybody should never give out their personal information over the phone to anyone. If you think there is something that has been compromised, you make an outgoing phone call using the number on the back of your debit card or your credit card. Okay. So how was Social Security in 1935? 63 was the average life expectancy. Today, the life expectancy is around 80 years. The program was designed exclusively for the retirees. Today, the benefits have expanded to spousal benefits, disability benefits, and minor children. There were more people paying into the system than taking out. Today, the ratio is now 3-to-1. There are less people putting in the Social Security system than taking out. So the trifecta of longer life expectancy, increased benefits, and aging population has put considerable stress on the Social Security program. Let's look at some more numbers. Payroll tax in 1940 was 2%. Today it is 12.4%. Earnings cap, $3,000. So 2023, it is $160,000. Total beneficiaries, 222,000. Today, close to 66 million. Worker to beneficiary ratio, 59-to-1, which means there were 159 people contributing into the system for every retiree in 1940. Today, that ratio is less than 3-to-1. Average retiree benefit was $22.60 per month. Today, it is close to $1,800 per month. Are there any questions? I don't see the chance that. Okay. Valerie, can you just keep an eye for if there are any questions in the chat or Q&A?
Yep, I will, no problem.
Okay, perfect, thank you. So given what we have just discussed, a lot of people think, a lot of you might think, if Social Security is something that you can rely on for your retirement. And the answer for that is yes. According to Social Security Administration, 96% of Americans are eligible to receive Social Security benefits. Social Security represents 40% of average retirees' income in retirement. Then what are the other sources of retirement income? Maybe a combination of this pie chart. When the Social Security program started, the retirement was considered a three-legged stool. Your Social Security, your pension, and your personal saving. In the last few decades, pensions are gone. Okay. Now, what has replaced pensions is your 401k, your IRAs. So for most people, it's a combination of personal savings, 401ks, and IRAs. Anybody relying on inheritance, that is a bad financial plan, okay, if you're relying on inheritance for your retirement income. Most Americans, they spend 50% of their lifetime healthcare expenses in the last 2 years of their lives. So if you're relying on somebody for inheritance, maybe they will spend a lot of their money in the last 2 years of their lives. Okay. Okay. Again, my slides are okay. All right. So then, how much would the benefits really be? As I have emphasized, that Social Security is part of your retirement income, and but still it adds up to a substantial amount. For somebody who is a high wage earner, which means that someone who has contributed the maximum into the system for all for the last 35 years and is of full retirement age in 2023, is expected to receive approximately $4,555 per month, which is close to $55,000 annually. For a double income household, where each spouse is eligible to receive Social Security under their own earnings record, the benefits from Social Security could add up to a significant amount, even before considering income from other retirement sources. Just imagine how much assets would you require at 5% rate of return to make $50,000? The answer is $1 million, right? It's a substantial amount of money. So the benefits that you receive from Social Security is significant. Okay. So to wrap up, the amounts that you receive from Social Security are significant. Better yet, they are adjusted for inflation. The adjustment for inflation for 2023 was 2.7%. For 2022, I think it was close to 5.9. So they are adjusted for inflation, and they're designed to last your lifetime. Okay, and also possibly your spouses. Okay. So who is eligible to receive Social Security? You, over the years, you need to have acquired 40 credits. Okay. So whether you have given much thought to a Social Security program or not, the fact is you have been accumulating these credits ever since your taxes were withheld for FICA. Okay. Those contributions that you have made to the program will come back to you in the form of Social Security payments and hospital insurance, popularly known as Medicare. Okay. You can accumulate a maximum of 4 credits per year. Each credit is equivalent to $1,640. So if somebody makes $6,500 per year for at least 10 years, is eligible to receive Social Security. The way your benefits are calculated is Social Security Administration will take 35 years in which you earn the most. So not the first 35 years, not the last 35 years, 35 years in which you earn the most, and they will derive something called as AIME, average indexed monthly earnings. Then Social Security Department will apply a formula to AIME to derive something called as PIA, primary insurance amount. This primary insurance amount is your monthly Social Security benefit. Okay. Any questions?
It doesn't look like it, nothing so far.
Okay, good. So how can you find about your benefits? Well, Social Security Administration used to send an annual statement to pretty much everyone. I remember me getting one years ago, but now they have discontinued that. If you are under 60, the only way you can access Social Security statement is by logging into socialsecurity.gov. If you have not registered on this website, I would highly encourage everybody to do that, because that's the only way you can estimate your Social Security payments in your retirement. Okay, give yourself 10 to 15 minutes. They ask all kinds of questions: where you live, your first car, and then you get access to the website. It is important to know your stream of incomes in retirement, and Social Security being a very important part of it. You should have a clear understanding what that amount would look like. If you are above 60 and if you have not registered on this website, then only you will receive Social Security statements. And if you are receiving Social Security benefits, then you do not receive annual statements. Okay.
There's a question.
If we change the address, do we need to update the status in the website? I think it is automated. You don't have to do anything. They will pull your address from different sources, from IRS. They all are, interlinked. So you don't have to update the address on your Social Security website. Okay. All right. Okay, next slide. Okay. When can you start receiving Social Security benefits? The earliest age you are eligible to receive Social Security is 62. But if you start taking Social Security benefit, it is called early retirement. So it's called early Social Security benefits, early retirement Social Security benefits, and those benefits will be substantially reduced. If you qualify for full retirement benefits at your full retirement age, which is based on your birth year. So for most people, it is going to be between 66 and 67. Okay. Let's look at the next slide to determine your full retirement age. If you are somebody whose birth year is between 1943 and 1954, your full retirement age is 66. After 1960, it's 67. Between 94 and 1960, it is in the range of 66 to 67. So I want everybody to make a mental note of their full retirement age, because I'll be referring to full retirement age for the next few slides. And when I say full retirement age, that particular year and month is going to be your full retirement age. Okay. A lot of people think 65 is their full retirement age. 65 is the age when you're eligible to receive Medicare, okay, and not Social Security. They didn't change the age for Medicare, but they changed the age for Social Security, okay. Now, let's consider this example. In 2003, if you're 66 years old and of full retirement age, look at this blue bar, okay? If you're eligible to receive $1,000 in monthly Social Security benefits, and if you claim the same benefits at age 62, your benefits are reduced to $700 per month. Okay, that's almost a reduction of 30%. On the flip side, if you delay your Social Security benefit till age 70, you get 8% increment every year. Now, I'm in the business of financial planning. I'm also the chief investment officer of my company, Bentron Financial. I don't know one investment that will give you a guaranteed 8% increment every year. Okay. This benefits are adjusted for inflation. So if you delay your Social Security benefits, those benefits are still adjusted for inflation. You don't lose anything. Okay. So mathematically, it makes more sense if you can to delay your benefit till age 70. I know it is counterintuitive because less than 10% of the Americans that delay their benefits till age 70. I was just reading an article today and they were saying that, you know, sometimes a household, an average American household, they leave around $180,000 on the table because they don't know how to maximize their Social Security benefits. Okay. Any questions on your individual benefits?
There is one. Actually, there's a couple questions. Can you see them,
Okay.
Jagar, or?
Yes, I can see them.
Okay.
Let me just see, the questions are coming. Okay. If you can create an account on the SSN, I've forgotten the ID password body. You just go to the social. There is a way to retrieve your information using your email, but or else you can go to Social Security office and they can help you with this. What if you die before 67 years? Yes, we will talk about spousal benefits next. Okay, and your spouse will get those benefits, and we'll talk about that in the next few minutes. That's under spousal benefits. We are just talking about individual benefits. So I'll cover that in a few minutes. What is the duration of the period of process to get our retirement to be activated? You mean when are you eligible to receive Social Security benefits? It's age 62, but you can file 3 months prior to turning age 62. Okay. All right. Okay, what would you live on your savings before you reach age 67? Well, one thing is that, people are working longer. So if you have an earned income, maybe that is something that that is a way to support your daily living. Also your IRAs. After 59.5, there is no penalty to take money from your IRAs. So your personal savings. Okay. All right. Let's see under what circumstances. So why should you worry about 30 years, right? There are most retirees, they worry about inflation risk. They are fully aware of inflation risk. They also are worried about market downturns. Okay. Also healthcare expenses. There are two types of risk that most of the retirees overlook: longevity risk and long-term care risk. Longevity in the last 100 years has gone up by 25 years. That's a substantial number. An average man reaching age 65 is expected to live another 19 years. An average woman reaching age 65 is expected to live another 21 years. And this is average. So more than 50% of them are of 65-year-old are expected to live longer than that. Okay. Which means that if Social Security is the guaranteed stream of income, you need more money in retirement because you're living longer, then delaying your benefits and increasing that guaranteed stream of income might be in your best interest. Okay. While I have emphasized that increasing or delaying Social Security benefits could be in your best interest, there are instances when taking early Social Security benefits you. If you have health issues, if you're not expected to live long, by all means, you should start taking Social Security as soon as you can. If you have financial issues, if you are a single income earner and you are a low wage earner, you may want to start taking Social Security benefits as soon as you can. If you have school age children at home, if you have minor kids at home. So when we do Social Security analysis for our clients, and anybody who is attending this seminar, I'll be more than happy to do a complimentary Social Security analysis for them. If you have school age children, then they are eligible to receive Social Security benefits. So when I was doing Social Security analysis for a household, the system, the software would tell me that, start taking Social Security for the high wage earner at age 62. And I'm like, there must be something wrong, with the data that I have provided. And it would still keep giving me the same answer. Take Social Security benefit at age 62 for the high wage earner. And sure enough, they had 2 children, age 10 and 12. So they were eligible to receive Social Security benefits till age 18. And that's the way we could maximize their Social Security for the household. Okay. So these are the instances when taking Social Security benefits early makes sense. Any questions before I start talking about spousal benefits? The 8% that you mentioned earlier, is that only after you retire age? Is that okay? The 8% increase that you mentioned earlier, is that only after you retire at age 70? No, it is after your full retirement age. So if your full retirement age is 67, if you delay that by a year, you get 8% increment. After age 70, there is no benefit to delay your Social Security payments. Okay, let me maximize this though. I am 63 and want to withdraw my Social Security so I can remodel my kitchen and take some travel trips, and also plan to keep working for a few years. I plan to spend and save money, save some of it. It already is apparent that I do not have enough saved to, or in my small IRA, to not work for several more years. Can I make this work? I need the money now. Well, I don't want to make any personal recommendation because there are a lot of variables that I have to look at. I will talk about because you mentioned that you want to work in retirement and you also want to take early Social Security benefits. Working and taking Social Security benefits early reduces the Social Security payments. And we'll talk about that in the next few minutes. Okay. So there are 3 types of spousal benefits. Okay. Basic, survival, and divorcing. For basic spousal benefits, it is important that you coordinate your Social Security benefit with your spouse so that you can maximize the Social Security payment for your household. Okay. So let's just consider this example. Spouse A eligible to receive $1,000 per month, and spouse B is eligible to receive at least 50% of spouse A's benefits, irrespective of their own earnings record. Okay, so at full retirement age for spouse A, $1,000, spouse B, who is also a full retirement age, is eligible to receive $500 per month. Okay, I like to use a board and I like to, but that cannot happen on a Zoom call. But I hope it is clear that I think that question was asked. So a spouse is eligible to receive 50% of spouse or higher wage earners Social Security benefits. Okay, you must be age 62 or older to qualify. You cannot collect benefits on your current spouse record until he or she files for their own benefit. So the high wage earner also have to file for Social Security benefits in order for for the spouse to get their Social Security benefit. Okay. Looks like there is a question. If spouse, yes, we'll talk about survival benefits in a minute. Okay. Looks like there was one more question. Yes. Even if she had very little, irrespective of their own earnings record. So if spouse A gets $1,000, spouse B will get at least $500, even if spouse B worked as a homemaker throughout his or her life. Okay. So the total Social Security benefit in this example would be $1,500. Okay. Amount will be reduced if you take these benefits before your full retirement age. There is never a time if you take Social Security benefits before your full retirement age, it will always be reduced. Always. Okay. Let's look at survival benefits now. Survivor benefits will receive up to 100% of the deceased spouse benefits. So going with the same example, spouse A, $1,000, spouse B, $500. If spouse A dies, spouse B will receive the higher of the two amount, which is $1,000. Okay. Does that answer your question about what happens when one spouse dies? So the surviving spouse is eligible to receive the higher of the two payments. The important thing to consider here is you will lose one stream of income when one spouse dies. Okay. So when both spouses lived, it was $1,500. When one spouse died, it will be reduced down to $1,000, which is a reduction of approximately 30%. That's a significant reduction. Okay. Survivors, yes, there is a question. Is there an earning cap to receive spousal benefit? Well, if there is no earning cap, but if your earnings record is brings in more social is higher than the 50%, then you have to take benefits from your own earnings record. Okay. Does that answer your question? Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your question. There is one in queue. Could you please go back to divorce benefits married 10 years? Are there? So we'll cover divorce benefits in the next slide, and we'll cover all of that. Okay. Okay. Benefits is not available to the surviving spouse if remarries before age 60. Okay. So after attending one of these presentations, I had a lady come to my office and I had done that Social Security analysis for her. Okay. She was a high wage earner. She worked in the IT department and she lost her husband a few years ago, who was also a high wage earner. Okay. She was 59 when she came to see me. So during the discussion, she told me that she was lucky enough to find love again in her life. And she was planning to get married to that person in next 6 months' time. So I looked at her and I told her, can you delay your wedding by a year? And she looks at me strangely and she's like, I thought I was in a financial planner's office and not a wedding planner's office. And we both laughed and I'm like, I'm saying this in the capacity of a financial planner. Because if you remarry before age 60, you lose the survivor benefits. So a survivor, it's a through Social Security program, a survivor benefit can receive survival Social Security benefits and delay Social Security benefits under their own earnings record. Okay, that's the only provision available. That provision is only available for survivor benefits. Okay, that you can delay your Social Security benefits under your own earnings record while you can collect Social Security benefits from your spouse, 50% of that. Okay, but then that benefit is not available if you remarry before age 60. Okay, so the recommendation that I made to her was just wait for a year, turn age 60, start claiming the spousal survivor benefits, delay your benefits till age 70 so you can maximize so you can maximize your benefits, and at age 70 you just switch. Okay, all right, let's see. There are a few more questions. Does my spouse have to apply for spousal benefit, or does it happen automatically? You have to apply for it. You have to inform the department that you have lost your spouse. Okay. If the other spouse, wife, earning is more than other spouse, husband, which benefits will she get? It has nothing to do with the gender. It's the high wage earner and low wage earner. Okay, and the difference of that. It has nothing to do with who is making more money. Can I stop collecting payment for 1 year, 2, and start later? For example, take payment age at 62, but stop at 64, start. No, once you start benefits, once you start claiming Social Security benefits, you have only 1 year to change your mind. And if you change your mind within that 1 year, you have to give back all the Social Security payments that you received to the program. Okay, you cannot start and stop Social Security benefits. There are 2 questions in Q&A. If you're neither remarried, okay, then you can take. I don't get this question. Neither remarried. So you can claim the Social Security benefits. You can do the same thing. If you're not remarried, you can claim the spousal benefits and delay Social Security benefits under your own earning record. You don't have to marry. Only if you marry before age 60, you lose survival spousal benefits. Okay. Okay. Can I stop collecting? Okay. If the surviving spouse is working, is he or she still eligible for survivor benefits? Yes, but those benefits will be reduced, okay, based on the earnings. And we'll talk about that in the next few minutes. What benefit does my spouse get when both are alive? She had very little earnings. 50% of yours, that's the basic spousal benefit. So if you are the high wage earner, you will, when you claim your Social Security benefits, she will get 50% of that. Okay. So the only way to get 2 benefits is when both spouses are alive. That is correct. After divorce, we don't have any contact with the spouse. Can we get the same benefits? We will talk about divorce benefits in the next slide. Okay, let's talk about divorce benefits. I think there are a lot of questions on that, and then I'll come back to the other questions. Okay, I have to. Why don't I answer all your questions? Because I have, maybe I can go over by 10 minutes if that's okay, because we started a little late. If that's okay with everyone.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, thank you.
And if anyone needs to leave, go ahead. They can go ahead and leave the presentation. It is recorded. So.
Okay, all right, thank you. So divorce benefits. If you are divorced, then there are very specific conditions under which you are eligible to receive divorced spousal benefits. Okay, let's go through all the conditions. The marriage should have lasted at least 10 years. The divorce should have lasted at least 2 years. The former spouse is entitled to benefits, which means he or she should have 10 credits that we spoke about earlier. Okay. The claiming ex-spouse is unmarried. Okay, so you cannot remarry and claim divorce benefits. The claiming ex-spouse is at least age 62. So you have to be at least age 62, and those benefits will be reduced before your full retirement age. The claiming ex-spouse cannot qualify for a higher benefit on their own earnings record. So through your own earnings record, if you're eligible to receive higher Social Security benefits, then you cannot claim for divorce benefits. Also, there was this question, by taking benefits under your ex will not impact the level of Social Security benefit that person will receive, your ex will receive, and also your ex current spouse if a remarriage is involved. Okay. Also, your ex don't have to start claiming Social Security benefits for you to start claiming Social Security benefits. Okay. Let's go over the questions again. Does taking spouse benefits reduce his or her benefits? No, it will not. I'm assuming it is for a divorced spouse. No, it will not. You said my wife will get 50% of my benefit because she had very little earnings. Do we both have to apply, or does 50% benefit happen? Or no, you both have to apply. Okay. All right. Okay, there are some more questions. That's just because a lot of times other people also have the same questions. That's why I like to answer all the questions when I'm presenting. Okay, could you please go back to divorce benefits married 10 years? Are either party's benefits reduced for each other, both filing neither remarried? No, it will not reduce the benefits. It will reduce the benefits only if you're filing before your full retirement age. Other than that, it will not impact yours or your ex Social Security benefits. Okay. Your marriage should have lasted 10 years and your divorce should have lasted at least 2 years. Okay. If the marriage lasts for less than 6 months, will that affect anything? Then you're not eligible to receive divorce spousal benefits. Okay. You're on your own earnings record. Okay. All right. So still working and want to and taking Social Security benefits. So the good news is you can work, and if you're a full retirement age, then it will not reduce your Social Security benefits. Okay. But if you're claiming for Social Security benefits before your full retirement age and still working, then your Social Security benefit is subjected to something called as earnings limit test. Okay, let's look at what those earning limits are for year 2023. Your Social Security benefit will be reduced by $1 for every $2 earned above the earnings limit. The earnings limit for 2023 is $21,000, $240. Okay. So if you, for example, if you have earned $10,000 more than $21,000, your Social Security benefits will be reduced by $5,000 for every $2 earned above the limit. Okay. So not only you are looking at the reduction due to your early Social Security, not only you're looking at the reduction that you are getting because of the early Social Security benefits claiming, but also now you're looking at reduction because of the earnings limit test. Okay. Now this reduction is not on permanent basis. Whatever reduction happens will be given back to you at your full retirement age. However, the early reduction is on permanent basis. Okay. Questions. Are Social Security benefits taxable income? Yes, we will talk about taxes in a moment. Okay. Any questions on working and your Social Security benefit? Okay, all right. So taxes and Social Security. Wages, you pay taxes all throughout your earnings year, and you will pay Social Security benefits, and you will pay taxes on your Social Security benefits. But the amount that is taxable depends on something called as provisional income. Okay, what is provisional income? This is how your provisional income is calculated. All income from wages. So even if you're working after age 67, all income from wages goes towards provisional income. Your pension, your investments, all other exclusions to income. Half of your Social Security benefits, any non-reportable income like municipal bonds. The only thing from planning perspective that is not included in provisional income is your Roth IRA. Looks like there are a few questions. Let me just answer them. What happens if you're 70 and working and claim the benefit? Your benefits will not be reduced after your full retirement age. So you can work after your full retirement age, and your Social Security benefits are not subjected to earnings limit test. Okay, you can make millions of dollars after your full retirement age, and your Social Security benefits will not be reduced. Could you give example with some numbers? Okay. Is there a limit on how much money you can make after you reach full retirement age? No, I just answered that question. Okay. Let me go Q&A. Are inheritance subject to the earnings test? I don't think so, no. All right. How much of your Social Security benefits will be taxable? So if you are making less than $32,000 for joint filers, your taxable amount of Social Security is zero. You don't pay any taxes on your Social Security benefits. Okay. If you make between $32,000 and $44,000 as joint filers, then 50% of your Social Security benefits is taxable. What that means is 50% of your Social Security benefits will go as ordinary income when you file your taxes. If you make more than $44,000, then 85% of your Social Security benefits is taxable. Okay. The good news is 15% of your Social Security benefits will always be tax-free. Okay. And this is my wish for everybody. Okay, that they pay they pay 85% of their Social Security benefits in taxes. The reason being, if you're paying more taxes, that means you are making more money. Okay, and making more money is never a bad thing. Okay, looks like there are some more questions. Okay, I think I answered all those questions. So, any more questions? Your individual benefits, we covered your spousal benefits, we covered taxes, we covered working in retirement. Any questions? Okay, let's see. Okay. All right. Looks like there are no questions. So how can your advisor help? The important thing is that your advisor should help you with filing, with your Social Security filing process. He or she should also help you with maximizing how to maximize your Social Security benefits. Okay. All right. Let's see. There is one. Let's answer this. That is gross, not your earnings, right? Yes. That is gross, not your earnings. So if you are someone who is receiving $50,000 in Social Security benefits, then 50% of those benefits, which means $25,000, will go as your ordinary income, towards your ordinary income. A little less than that because it's progressive. If a spouse claims Social Security at age 62 and passes away before spouse 2 is full retirement age and isn't collected, okay, you both have to file Social Security benefits in order to be eligible to receive basic spousal. So for spouse B at age 62, in order for that spouse to receive Social Security benefits, spouse with higher wage and earnings also have to file. It's called deemed filing, and they both have to file. Okay. Income amount is only Social Security income, or is it other incomes too? Everything goes into provisional income. Okay. So that provisional income, that the tax bracket that I showed you is of provisional income. And the way to calculate, okay. So first, what you do is every year you see what your provisional income is. And this is how you count your provisional income. Okay. And that provisional amount should be in this bracket. And that bracket determines how much of your Social Security benefit is taxable. Okay. Do adult disabled children receive benefits under parents' Social Security? Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Adult disabled? No, only minor children. Adult disabled, if they're above age 18, then they are eligible to receive Social Security under their own benefits. Okay. If higher earning spouse passes away, the surviving spouse would be eligible for the higher benefit, even if that spouse hadn't filed for benefits before death. Yes. Yes, that is true. At full retirement age, yes. Does Illinois tax Social Security benefits? Yes. They don't tax income from your IRAs. State of Illinois, they don't tax income from your IRAs. Okay. That is after age 59 and a half. All right. Looks okay. There is one more question. Two more. Illinois does not tax Social Security currently. Okay. Okay. I think I have to. Okay. If parents are working, can children claim the Social Security benefits? Parents, it depends on your age. Okay. So you cannot claim Social Security before age 62. So it all depends on your age. Okay. Thank you for correcting me. Illinois does not tax Social Security currently. I have to check that, but looks like that could be the right answer. Okay. All right. So one important thing is that when you consider Social Security benefits in your retirement, take a holistic approach. See how Social Security benefits, your income from other sources, from your insurance, from your retirement plans, how they all fit into it. The idea is to maximize your return and to minimize your tax liability. Okay. As I mentioned earlier, I'll be more than happy to do a complimentary Social Security analysis for any of the participants. If you can just email me your Social Security benefit, if you can email me your Social Security statements for you and your spouse. Also, if anybody wants to discuss their personal situation in a private setting, I can offer a complimentary 1-hour consultation. This is not a sales meeting. It is just to be someone to contribute to the society. Okay. So I'll take more questions. Otherwise, thank you for your time and attention. Thank you for attending today's presentation. What age is the MRD from an IRA or 401? I think RMD. RMD is, they have changed the RMD age to 73 now. Okay. Roth IRA account, there is no RMD. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate that. Any more questions? Thank you, Valerie, for having me. I think there were a lot of questions. I'm used to answering them, live. With Zoom, I'm also learning the new technology. I have to go back and forth. So,
yeah, it's something to get used to, especially
yeah.
when you have a Q&A and a chat going on at the same time. But you did a great job handling both, and I appreciate it. Again, if you did not receive tonight's handouts and would like them, just send me an email and I can get those off to you tomorrow. I will post the presentation on our YouTube channel tomorrow as well. So if you want to review any of the slides, they'll be up tomorrow afternoon. Again, thank you, Jigar, and thank you to the Bentron group for the presentation tonight. I hope everyone has a wonderful evening.
Thank you, everyone, for your time and attention. Have a good night. Thank you.
Good night, everyone.